Hi, Aunt.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so nervous. So if I start like,
No, it's cool. You ain't gotta be nervous. It's all good. You ain't gotta be nervous.
okay, I just want to say first of all, I appreciate you so much. You're like the best ever.
Thank you.
Um, but I actually had a quick question about like my career in
Yes,
dating.
ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have a very specific career. I'm an opera singer, and sometimes I find that me having this special career, it can probably limit me in the dating market because my desire is to be a wife and I want to make sure that I am flexible enough to be able to meet all of those qualities. But my job does require me to travel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm trying to put myself in a position where I have more of like of a stable job, maybe being like in an in-house opera in this particular city instead of traveling across the country or even the world. So, what is your perspective on that?
Okay, so when you usually talk to men, the issue is more so just your availability because you traveling a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you travel?
Um, it's usually on the weekends. I would probably say maybe twice a month. So
Twice
maybe
a
two
month?
weekends out the month, twice a month. But you have to take into consideration there's a lot of prep work. So I'm doing more practice than performing in a lot of cases. The practice even takes up a lot of my time too.
I don't think.
When
Okay, so
I
or go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, you're good. There is a little bit of delay, so if I'm talking over you, I apologize.
Yeah, right now. It's like breaking up. It's
But
breaking up really bad right now. Unfortunately.
I live
I
in New York City, so it probably has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Um,
We can hear you right
but
now though. But
yeah,
so go ahead.
okay. Um, sorry, I lost my train of thought.
You said that you travel twice a week, and I was saying, you said you a lot of your time goes to practice. Oh, and I think I asked you.
Yeah,
So yeah, go ahead. So you don't forget.
yeah. So when I have a gig and I like and I have to practice, like it's an amount. It takes a certain amount of dedication to be able to do what I do, and I have to be particularly locked in. And so when I'm in that mode, that's kind of like the first priority, and then everything else becomes second. And since I've been watching you, I know that is what I should not be doing if I want to be a wife. So I'm just trying to change that about myself while also doing what I love. And I'm not sure if I could both can coincide at the same time.
You can, because think about all the women who are successful musicians, successful actors, successful athletes, and they do the same thing. Yes, you can. The thing is, it's just you know how to do it correctly. So the thing is, you first of all, respectfully, you traveling twice a week should not hinder, or twice a month for the weekend shouldn't hinder that much of a relationship. Like, I mean, just to add more to, I used to talk to a woman who was a professional athlete. She was a professional tennis player, and when I was talking to this woman, she traveled like every other day. Like she would have a tournament in in freaking Italy. Like she's had tournaments in Rome. She would have a tournament in Mexico. Like she used to travel all over the country. So um I mean ended up not working out. But the point that I'm making is you traveling twice a month is not that bad of a thing than like to like most people who may travel way more than you. So I think the thing with you is you need to be making sure that you're communicating exactly what's going on, and you need to, I mean, if you're saying that you practice a lot, like I guess how many days a week or how many hours in a day do you work, would you say?
As far as practicing,
Yeah, like
um,
what's practice look like hours wise?
if it's like a big gig, probably like 4 hours a day.
Okay, that's not too bad. So if it's 4 hours a day, then what are you doing for the another 20 for the rest of 20 hours if you're talking to somebody? Like, are you texting them, are you talking on the
Yeah.
phone with them, are you making yourself available? Like,
hmm I think I'm thinking more so long term. Like when when I am married and I start having children, like obviously that's going to change. But I'm just trying to figure out, am I going to be able to do both, or I think it will naturally change, and
Yeah,
I'll
you're probably
find
not
out.
going to be able to do as much because you're going to be pregnant. You're going to be somebody's wife. You're going to have to follow, the guidelines that he would want to set for you. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it doesn't mean you have to stop fully 1000% doing what you're doing, unless that's what he wants, unless he's able to take care of you. But
Right.
I don't think from what you're telling me, I guess you work 4 hours a day. You travel on the weekends every other week. That's not something that's just gonna like completely just halt any possible relationship. There are people who travel way more. There are people who work way more and that are in successful relationships. So my confusion, I guess what I want to ask you, another question is like, what are these situations that you're having with men where it seems to just not work because of your work? Because from what I'm hearing, 4 hours a day is not that much. Traveling every other week, it's some people that travel jobs where they have to travel every single day or every single weekend or every other day. Some people travel all across the world. So that's what I'm asking you. Like, what are usually the outcomes when you're talking to these men in these relationships where it just tends to not work because of what you do for work? What is the common thing?
Me. I think it's more so me.
That might be true, but what specifically?
Um, well, I haven't dated as much recently, but I probably will say like in the past, I've probably not communicated effectively. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything specific right now. I'm sorry, but I think that the communication is definitely lacking on my end. Like I'll basically go ghost. Like especially like if I'm in that talking stage,
Yeah.
I just
Well, if you're going ghost on people, whether you traveling or not traveling, that it's not gonna work with nobody. You can't just go ghost on people. You got to
yeah,
communicate.
right, right,
So I don't think your issue is the fact that you travel every single other week. I don't think your issue is that you practice every day. The problem is that you don't care to communicate. So whether you
yeah,
were working at a diner taking people's orders every day, whether you were working at home, if you're not communicating, your job is not gonna have anything to do with that. You just don't care to communicate because
yeah,
maybe you don't think it's important, maybe you don't like the guy that much to care to communicate, whatever that may be, but
yeah,
you have to communicate. I don't know why you would expect anything to work if you're not communicating with your partner, which you like,
right.
of your work schedule. Especially a
Hmm.
man. A man ain't dealing with no woman who ain't telling her what she got going on. I'll tell you that right now. Not no man, man. If you look, if I'm dealing with a woman and she don't answer my phone call, it's a problem because I'm your man. You need to answer the mother phone because what the fuck you doing?
Yeah. So
So
in the future, basically, what you're telling me is I definitely need to communicate more. Um,
no. I think not even you need to communicate exception like way more because if you're saying you
okay.
completely go ghost, that means it's at zero. So that don't bring it to 0 to 15. You need to bring it from 0 to like 100. Like that's what you need to bring it to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So
Um, hmm.
but why do you feel like you don't want to communicate? Why do you feel like that's like something that you just don't care to do?
I don't do it on purpose. I really, really don't do it on purpose.
Respectfully,
It's just that.
respectfully, I gotta cut you off. Respectfully, yes, you do. Everything that we do with something like that is on purpose. You know that you're talking to somebody. You know that you're dealing with someone in some type of way. You do
Mhm.
it on purpose. You just don't think it's that big of a deal. You definitely do it on purpose. And it's okay. That's the accountability got to come in. And when it's that deliberate, I could see if it was like, okay, I kind of communicate, but sometimes I forget, and it's because I'm working and my mind gets shut. That'd be different if you be like, I kind of, but you saying no, I go ghost. I completely don't even say nothing. That's doing it on purpose.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
especially if it's consistent to multiple men. Some things is a mistake, or some things is just is a mistake, and then when you keep doing it over and over again, that becomes a choice. You
Hmm.
know. So I say the same thing when I have like women come up on my live on TikTok, and you probably seen it when women come up and be like, "Oh, I have 3 baby daddies from 3 different men." It was a
Yeah.
mistake. No, that ain't a
Yeah.
mistake. Maybe
Yeah.
one, but when you get 2, 3, that's a
Yeah.
choice. You're actively trying to be another baby mama to another
Right.
father,
Right.
so or another
Right.
man. So it's like.
Right. Um, I think it's mainly because my priorities were really really jacked up in the past, like really really bad. But now that I'm aware of my issues. Yeah, I know the problem now, and I am changing those priorities, right?
Hmm.
So I'm trying to be proactive moving forward, so I don't make the same mistakes
Okay, let
anymore.
me ask you, how old are you?
Oh Lord,
It matters. Yep, you got it. It
ah,
matters. Hmm.
no, please don't do this to me.
Yep, we got to do it. It's the only thing that's gonna help you. You got to. We got to. We got to. It's the truth. It is what it is. Come on.
I should have booked privately. No.
Mm-mm.
Um, 36.
36.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do realize that age. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay, so you do realize you being 36. I mean, I heard you say earlier. You said when you eventually start having children, you're already at high risk pregnancy.
Oh
At
yeah,
35.
yeah,
So when you say children, you're
yeah,
speaking on multiple children. So you expect eventually to be married to somebody one day, and you expect that for multiple
yeah.
children. So with that being the
Hmm.
case, is everything that you're doing right now, if you keep pushing it back to it's gonna happen one day, and as I'll see in it, you already 36. I could see if you was
Yeah,
26 or maybe
yeah,
21, but you're 36. That's not to say that you can't get a man, but your
hmm,
age is going to go in a it's going to be a very good, or I guess a very big thing in the dating market, because more than likely, if you're a 36-year-old woman, you want to date a man that's at least 36 to 42. Am I right?
hmm,
Maybe even older. More than
yeah,
likely, you're not going to date a 26-year-old. You want a man that's older. And the problem is with men that are 36 to 42, 43, 44, however high you want to go, those men, and this, I'm 27 speaking about this. Those
yeah,
men, they ain't got no patience when it come to that, because they ready to, the men that are ready to settle down and be with a wife, they ain't wasting time. Look, I'm a 38-year-old man. I got my stuff together. You ain't texting me back, I'm on to the next. And guess what? They can date a 29-year-old. They'll date a 26-year-old. They'll date a 31-year-old. They'll date the woman who wants to get on their program because they can financially take care of him and do right by him. If you saying,
yeah,
well, I'm not saying you saying this, but if your mentality is, I don't want to text back or I'll figure it out one day, you're going to waste your time and you're going to end up being 37 and then 41 and then 46. And then you're going to be like, damn, what happened? And it's because you didn't want to make the decision to change your behavior. And I'll be honest with you, you're a naturally beautiful woman. I love the hair. I love, the look, right? You spoken
thanks.
before about the weight loss and how you trying to get that together. That's all good,
Yes,
right?
yes,
But
I'm getting it.
but the thing is, and you're a feminine woman, right? You're not you listen well, and that's good. You smile. You don't seem like you one of these women with this attitude. None of that. That's all good qualities that I can just tell just off of talking to you right now. The problem is, it's more than that. So your
Yeah,
behavior, things like that, communication, and you actually want to get on a man's program is what's gonna make a man not want to take you seriously or not want to deal with you at all. And the thing is, you have to fix it now because you don't have
yeah,
time to waste. If you want to be married,
yeah,
if you want to have multiple children, if you're looking for that whole relationship, we gonna the house, the picket fence, the dog, that's
right.
gotta change now. You ain't got no time to waste. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I don't have no time to waste.
Yeah,
You got that right. Um, which is why I'm already trying to just rearrange my career in a different way so I am prepared. I want to get on that man's program. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
good. And I don't necessarily, not to cut you off again, but I want to say you don't have to really rearrange your career. You just rearranging your mentality and your behavior.
yeah,
Everything that you said is not like you practice 4 hours a day and you travel every single week, every other weekend to sing. That's not a bad career. Most guys are fine with that. You ain't in no corporate building with a bunch of men telling you what to do. You ain't in there competing for some type of I don't know, quota. No, no, no. You're not in a super competitive market. You doing what you doing. I'm not saying it's not competitive, but you're not in the you're not some entrepreneur woman that gotta have a be around a bunch of men and these things that can change your behavior and your dynamic. You sing for a living, which is an amazing thing. That's a great career that a lot of men will want their woman to have. Problem
yeah,
is certain things that you have to fix that men are gonna want you to do. And if the communication is not there, men are gonna think you don't like them like that, you don't care, and you just ain't trying to get on the program, and they're just not going to deal with that
yeah. Well, I will say it's a great conversation starter because there's a lot of people don't they don't meet a lot of black opera
for
singers,
100%. Yeah,
but but yeah, I'm looking for more than that. So yeah, you're absolutely right. I just one last thing. I
mm-hmm.
know that in one live, you did mention that, like, some of the careers that men um, bring up that they're kind of weary about is singers. So I don't know if it was like pop singers that you were
Not what
referring.
you doing. When I was saying singers, it's more of the younger generation of these kind of female singers where they singing and they in a studio with three rappers and they from at the studio
Oh
from
yeah.
11 o'clock at night to 2 in the morning with three rappers and a producer and like that's what a lot of guys. My woman ain't you doing opera. That's something that if I was dealing with a woman who did, I wouldn't mind that because you ain't in the studio with three working on a song. My woman ain't doing no shit like that. So I think you might be all right with you doing opera, and you're probably around a whole different type of crowd, you know.
I'm
So
around older people.
yeah,
I think the guys that I'm around are like 80 years old.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the thing that you're around is a completely different perspective. I was kind of talking about like the younger generation. Like I couldn't deal with a woman who was a rapper. I'm good on that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that's
So
what you meant. Okay.
yeah,
All right. I appreciate you, Aunt, so
okay.
much.
You're welcome, and I
Um,
appreciate you coming up. You can come up anytime you want.
okay. I probably won't come up for a while because this was a lot for
That's
me.
fine. But it's to help you though. I hope it was to help you and you got
Yes.
some enlightenment.
Yes, I did. Thank you so much. Have a
Okay,
good night.
for sure. Likewise. Shout out to Filet, y'all. And again, we love the natural beauty. By the way, we love that.